Bienvenidos a Esperanza, donde la Esperanza vence. Welcome to Esperanza, where hope wins, and where Wisconsin is having a beautiful day. Beautiful day. It's the kind of day today where the clouds are so puffy and they're collecting like cotton candy. And I was sitting out doing my nails. My birthday manicure is a thing of the past. I just did a little pinkish clear for now, but I was sitting out in the sun doing my nails, and then about like 2 drops of rain came out of one of those clouds, and that was it. And then the sun came back out. Like, it is amazing. How is it by you right now? We're recording for Wednesday, Mercury Day, the 17th of June, 2026. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for fine-tuning your free will and intuition with me. Don't forget to check out my other playlists. I have a playlist about learning the tarot cards. I have a playlist, most recently I did a live stream about the new moon in Gemini energy that we're working with currently for the next couple of weeks, especially between that new moon on Saturday on Sunday over the weekend, and through the solstice when the sun ingresses the Cancerian zodiac this coming weekend. I feel like low-key reverberations of the magical energy of that week. And by magical, I don't necessarily mean magical in a like sense of that it was necessarily good magic either. You know what I mean? Just magical, that's all. Anecdotally, I have heard from a few people online and around that there have been a lot of helicopter deaths. There have been a lot of, I guess a bunch of children died right around the new moon. And I felt some energy coming, and I talk about it in that new moon live stream. If you're interested in my stream of consciousness, my live stream of consciousness, but my body tells me when something wicked this way comes. All right, well, here we go to fine-tune our free will and intuition together. The roses are taking center stage today. This is the bouquet of the day. There were roses yesterday too, but those are inside. These are the outside roses. Oh, here's our jumper, Justice. Whew. Well, that could mean a lot of things. Justice is a card of striking with the sword of truth. Justice is just striking with the information. They don't really have feelings about it. It's just, this is what the truth is. These are what the facts are. Justice tries to be blind to your issues. Justice is just taking in that air energy, swords, air. That would be intellect. That would be communication. That would be the relationships we have between our thoughts and our speech, and how our words do become magic, how our alphabet becomes magic. Justice is card number 11 in this tarot deck. But as Mario pointed out the other day during the Friday Forecast live stream with Robert Phoenix, Mario over at Symbolic Studies pointed out that the Justice card in some decks is either number 8 or number 11. They're both numbers that have to do with pillars of infinity. And Justice sits between 2 pillars of knowledge, which could be Boaz and Joachim. These pillars show up in a lot of symbology throughout the tarot and throughout time. Justice is also behind the veil. Justice is operating behind the veil. So there could be some sense of justice or karmic retribution coming down the line. Especially, you know, there justice will be served for people who are harvesting others' energies. Alrighty, Aphrodite. Well, Justice is gonna sit and chill with us and preside while we how should I do this? Should I do this over here like this? You can see it better? How about like that? And then we can scooch this maybe a wee bit so justice can prevail over here. Let's let justice prevail right there, because I'm afraid that the cards sometimes blow away when it gets a little breezy out. Let's see what the Dumpster Fire Oracle has to say for us today. And thank you for the feedback about the timestamps. I'll continue to do that, because that way you can skip to which part of the video is most suitable for your intuitive needs, right? Some people like the one Dumpster Fire Oracle card, and then that gives them enough intuition to snack on for the day. Other people like to skip right to the astrology part, and that will fuel their intuition. So just use the timestamps if you'd like to get to the part of the video that you like. Timestamps are in the description box, and sometimes if I remember, I put it in the comments section too. Let's see what the Dumpster Fire Oracle wants to let us know about Wednesday, the 17th of June, 2026. Of course, all of you know this probably already, but for those of you who haven't been here, Jimmy Church from Fade to Black Radio gifted me this deck in my hometown because he came to host a conference, and he was the MC of the conference, and he brought me this from a different conference, from a conference in LA. It was called the Conscious Life Expo. Thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate it. I don't know if you watch these videos, but if you do, we have been having an absolute ball with these Dumpster Fire Oracle cards. Like, for real. Like, in my real life, in my YouTube life, people are loving this deck. I haven't gotten a jumper yet. That's surprising. Well, alright. I'll take a popper, not a jumper. Power Potion. Ooh. Believe in yourself. Confidence is the secret ingredient. Drink it down and watch your world level up. Wow, I love this for today. Power Potion. Believe in yourself. Thank you, Dumpster Fire. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. And it's about time I did. You know what I'm saying? Because when I'm right, I'm right. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But when I'm right, I'm right. And yes, a little bit of confidence in that process can go a long way. Awesome. So let's have that be here, presiding over our reading as well. And then we will have our KWIK Hits Tarot. You know, every single day I pretty much like figure out how I'm gonna arrange things. Power Potion, sorry roses, but Power Potion is part of our reading, so we're just gonna have that right there. Can you see? All right. My Gemini reflection in the table. Okay, 17th of June, 2026, near past, present tense, near future. See what the tarot has to say for the energies of today. Two of Wands reversed again. The Magician. Okay, and then there's that 8 symbolism and all that magic that we were talking about. And then in the near future, the Hierophant reversed. Well, with the 2 of Wands reversed in the near past, and when I say near past, present tense, near future, I pretty much just mean today. So near past could have been like yesterday, early this morning. Present tense could be what we're looking at today, and near future could be like tonight and into tomorrow. But that's a loose, that's loose, loosey-goosey. These are all just images meant to trigger our intuitive senses, okay? We're just working out at the intuitive gym over here. Getting our compass aligned with our personal truth so that if anybody tries to pull some shenanigans our way, that we're a little bit more aware. There might not be anything we can do about the shenanigans per se, but it's a lot harder to swindle someone who's aware, okay? Spiritually, monetarily, intellectually, we don't want to get swindled. The world is in this person's hands. This person in the Two of Wands is usually standing on top of a castle that they've built themselves with their own impassioned fire. With their own power of creativity, they have established the power that's handed to them with that original Ace of Wands, and now they keep regenerating that power and building a base for themselves. But now they're looking at the globe and thinking, how can I fit this into the grander scheme of the world? And with the Two of Wands reversed, we might be reconsidering different options as far as it goes with our castle itself. Like, is there some review, rework, remake that we have to do around our own castle? Is there some level of experience or some level of learning that we still need to attain in order to put our wand forth into the world, to have that second wand so that someone else would want to put their two wands with us? This is us reconsidering our passions and our creativity and how that relates to ourselves internally and to our place in the world. The Magician. There's that 8 energy right there, that infinity symbol up there, if you can see it with this lighting. The Magician has all the tools available to them, intellectual tools, health tools. I consider wands to be a card of health, fire, health, creativity, the first 3 chakras, my root chakra, my sacral chakra, how do I create? My solar plexus chakra, how do I shine out into reality? What is my solar power? This is a very masculine card, huh? We got solar power up here. This Magician is staying in the flow. They're being a conduit of divine energy, and they're creating beauty here on earth. This is a good Magician. Look at this wall behind the castle. The castle walls are protecting this good work. So there are good magicians out there. You and I make good magic every time that we tell each other I love you, every time we sing, every time we send our prayers, every time we take care of our Earth Mother. We're making good magic. So yay. I hope that you can relate. Let's manifest our good magic. Because the Hierophant and those who would be in those religious institutions, any type of institution that is hierarchical and has to deal with, I have to go through, the Grand Poobah to get to the next level, or I have to go through the priest to get to God, or so on and so forth. These organizations and that level of understanding, that type of mentality, that Hierophant, hierarchical, hierarchy, Hierophant, this is implied that someone holds the keys to the castle and it's not you. You have to go through them. Hierophant can be also very patriarchal energy. Hierophant energy is the necessary structures in reality that keep us safe and keep us contained spiritually. But with the Hierophant reversed, we can be almost guaranteed that some people that hold high places within those institutionalized structures in our society are getting turned around. And especially with the Justice card so prominent, I'm wondering if there might be some energetics coming through that could relate a need to bring justice to some of these powerful people who have been holding the keys of reality and not been using them appropriately, or to the benefit of Mother Earth, to the benefit of the children, to the benefit of us. Okay? Yeah, like, it's so wild because I guess people would say they use the word empath. I don't know what the word is for it, but my body tells me when something is afoot. Like the other day on, I think it was the new moon or the day prior, I mean, I was just bawling. I was just crying. I laid outside on my back. I looked up to the sky and like tears, they were going in my ears, you know? And I saw the planes overhead and I thought about some of the dreams that I had had, and like, I guess I felt what was happening in the sky before I knew intellectually, before I had confirmation from people about the news cycle. Because like, I don't watch the news like that, you know, like I get my news from other ways, I guess. So if you would like to fine tune your free will and intuition and I don't know, just be a little bit more discerning about how you can protect your intuition and understand that you could be safe to use your intuition and to be safe to tune in, I'm a pretty fun person to train with. So hit me up at the links below and we'll book our personal session. I would love that, and I bet you would love that too. And I owe some emails to a couple of you. Those are forthcoming. When I do a hi, I didn't put any makeup on, but when I do a personal session, especially with astrology, after the personal session, I will follow up with an email in a week or two usually, because I'll keep getting intuitive information about our session. So I always pass along the info when I receive it. So not only are you getting the reading that you're getting, like while we're together on our session, but you're also getting a follow-up. Okay? Stay tuned. We're going to talk about the astrology in just a minute. Okie dokie. Well, today we have the moon has just crossed over Jupiter. It conjuncted Jupiter in the early hours of this morning. By the time this video comes out, it will have passed along, I believe, and Moon-Jupiter conjunctions are just extra. You know, Jupiter is exalted in the Cancerian zodiac sign, which the moon rules. So the moon, the emotions are in charge of what we want more. So we might be getting up for a little midnight snack, perhaps, leading into this. We might be having luscious dreams when this happens. We might be waking up feeling a little bit maybe we got a nice visit from somebody in our dreams, right? We have Venus making that opposition to Pluto today. That can definitely bring up power struggles between, authority figures in society, and with Venus and Leo, the individual, how we want to express ourselves, and how the powers that be believe that art and beauty should be expressed or suppressed. On a personal level, Chiron is also squaring the moon today, early this morning. The moon will move out of that direct square pretty early on in the day, but there could be an ouch factor too. Yes, Jupiter can bring our feels a little bit extra, and then Chiron can bring the ouch, but Jupiter protects. So if there's any emotional healing to be done, I think that we can lean into that quite safely. We don't have to hide how we really feel from ourselves or from anybody else today. Sometimes it's not necessarily safe to express our feelings all the time. Sometimes it's TMI, too much information. Sometimes people aren't open to working with you. But I think that the communication with Mercury and Cancer, it's so funny because the poor the sun's sitting all by himself in Gemini, like, hey, where'd everybody go? And then there's like all this action in the Cancerian zodiac, even though it's Gemini season still. So let's not forget to shine our sun in a Gemini way. A way to activate that energy is to talk to our siblings, talk to our neighbors, try a little something new mentally, do a puzzle, stuff like that. Alright, that's what I got for you for today. Please let me know in the comments what aspects you'd like to talk about, or if I missed anything in this astrology chart. And I'll see you soon. Thank you. God willing. Bye-bye now.